Alright. I'll be right back. Okay. You just lie there, okay, Ba? Okay. You just lay there. You lay there like a little old lady. Okay. Like a lump of little old lady.
A lump of little old lady?
A lump of little old lady.
What?
Eats lumps of coal any day. Lumps of little old ladies. I had a cup of coffee.
Warm it up.
Oh, I drank it. I guzzled it before my shower. I hate when I forget that I do that. I could make another cup. I could start water and make another cup. I want to go for a walk around because nobody's going to be out.
Aww.
I love when nobody's around.
Yeah. Fresh air.
One of my favorite times is when people aren't around. Because I feel like I can spend time with the town. I don't like people. I like the places. I don't like the people that go to the places. Yeah. Because they don't care about the places. They just like themselves in different places.
Oh, okay.
I care about the place. I don't care about the people. And all these people care about themselves. And I don't. I care about them as much as they do. Because that's all they do is think, all the time they're thinking about what they can do to make themselves comfortable. And there's a whole lot of uncomfortable people on planet Earth. And I don't like holidays. I like camaraderie and parties and getting dressed up in your fancy duds. I got my winter bow ties I haven't worn in years. It's when other people are gathering in groups, there's always people that aren't, that are left out, and I always been one of them. So I don't like holidays, and I'm tired of having to make, other people comfortable with their decisions, and I don't feel like I need to. Like, thanks for thinking of me today. I got a couple married, and I'm just like, happy Wednesday. It's just another freaking day. It just makes other people feel bad because they're excluded. Because they don't have all the stuff that TV and media and the world tells you that you have to be a good person, as we see in that dude that rich guy that did his video, and he's like, this is what Christmas is supposed. I come from people. My dad is like that. He's like, he not so much now. Because he tapered down his old, but he's a machismo. He's the might is right. He's the money wins. He's the dominance. He's the power. He's the control. And it's just a predominant vibrational frequency of America. Because that's how America came to be America. Because it fucking took shit from dominance and control and violence from other groups of people. And then established its own groups and said what they do is right. It's just a cycle of nonsense and violence and grossness, and my DNA will not allow it to perpetuate. So I always identified with the underdog when I was a little girl, because we never got to do what other people did. Our Christmases were on a Greyhound bus, 11 hours. 11 hours on anything for a little kid sucks. But I learned a lot of life lessons that evidently people don't learn until much, much later in life, and that's punctuality, because if the bus driver says, and it doesn't matter if it's Christmas Day, be back in 5 minutes, and you're not back in 5 minutes, bus driver will leave you. But it also taught me something when I was younger, and it planted seeds. And as I got older and I went off in recovery and did all this stuff to get out of myself and all this stuff, which was great training, I also understood that when I went and picked people up, I'd only wait 5 minutes for them. Because if they knew that I was coming, then that should be like their only priority. If I'm there for a purpose to go however far I go to get them to a place, and they can't have the decency enough to be on time, then they're just telling me that that it's in their belief that my time doesn't matter. And I like attracts like, and I think other people's time is valuable, so I'm just gonna go on, be on my way, and then if they, maybe I'll pick them up again or something. But people will learn, oh, if Marge is gonna get you, you better be on time, Because there's so much in this world that we can't control. We can control what we do to minimize animosity on planet Earth. And that's just being accountable and doing what you say you're going to do. And this is just another day where people are just like, oh, so disappointed. Because things like expectations exist. Because they have ideas in their mind of how things that they're going to go. And then when reality comes through, other people play parts in the role, and they're not, they didn't get the script that people have in their minds and how they're supposed to act. So today is not going to be very merry for so many people for that reason. What does that say? Seconded. Oh, I just went and I like to experience joy as much as a matter of fact, somebody made a comment, I can't find it now, something about the healing journey, and I'm just like, while being on the healing journey, I'm still getting bombarded by cosmic lessons that make it easier to stay out of the hurt that I had when I was young, because it still fucking happens if I allow it to hurt my feelings. We allow things because we're autonomous being. We give permission. Here, take the reins. I'm the horse. You take the reins and lead me right toward hurt feeling pond. That's what people do. We give other people the power to direct and guide our emotions and our feelings. And when I was from a young age, because I come from a plenty of jerks, like the dudes, they were just freaking, they're jerks. They're just mean guys. And they all treated, my brother would say, you know why I give you such a hard time? Because the world is going to be hard to you. It's going to be harsh. I want you to be prepared. My dad would say the same thing. Mom would say the same thing. And then I grew up and people are like, why are you so tough to love? I'm like, what other kind of love is there?
Oh, wow.
So I always had little critters, always had little dogs and cats and fuzzy things that I could love and cuddle and, and then I understand that they have their free will and you can't dominate because they're autonomous beings too, and you can't you can't hold them against their will. My brother used to do that. He used to hold cats against. I'd just be like, "Let them go, dude. They're fucking. They don't like you." And then they grow up and put people in positions of power that have the family and all the he's a freaking Griswold. That's that's who he turned into. Except he turned me into the cousin Eddie. People get to choose. All we are is there's 12 archetypes. There's basic 12 like personality types, what people can choose. And we got all of them in us, and they're all designated by energies that are like, designated by little gifts of like little rams and Capricorns and stuff like that. Right? And all these little animals have these energies. They have these light energies and shadow energies, but the perpetuator of the experience gets to choose which energy they sit in. The ones that get you closer to spirit, or the ones that have you live from ego, that get you farther from spirit. So I look at everybody as like a deck of cards, and I'm like, who am I dealing with? I live in Taos. There seems to be a lot of fours. A lot of 4s, a lot of 3, that vibrational frequency. Yeah, I'm looking for the not the aces, because the aces to me are the ethers, the higher power that I need to be guided by, because I can't, if I'm running my own ship, then I'm a joker. You know? And I used to have all these relations, like I grew up in a family that, you know, after the holiday, whenever you gathered, everybody played cards. Because it's just easier than just sitting around in the silence and nobody talking to each other. At least your hands are doing something. So we all play. And I always, like, I would lose and then I get frustrated because I never win. But I was never playing to win because I was always creating relationships within the hand. Because my spirit is so old, it's incarnated so many times, and I've kept my recall in a lot of instances, and I understand how things are working on a quantum level, and then I'm starting to see them more clearly too, as my consciousness expands, as so many other people on the planet right now, and you know, people have choose to live in that lower vibe of just, you know, living that best life is what I call it. Just, do whatever you can for you and don't think about anybody else. And the people that have the things that they have, ain't nobody in America self-made anymore. Because I don't know where they are. If they were, I'd probably find them because I'm looking. You know, I guess the real safe self-made ones aren't on social media. They're just out there living a life full of so much gratitude, they're paying that forward. Because that's what people are supposed to do. They're supposed to have, you know, so much glee and joy and love and abundance in their heart that they can't but help want to share it with people that don't have it. I don't see that so much. I know I see it because I do it. I live it. And I hear stories like, do you know so-and-so? She's giving people. So I know there's other people in the community. I just don't know where they are. And if it's all, you know, there is no late when time is divine. Everything happens in its due course. Evidently, there's a like-minded individual here in Taos by the name Ann that provides things with people in the community. So I don't know if she's affiliated with those false for profits 503s that get all the money, and it just never seems to trickle down. That's what drives me crazy about all these groups, organizations, you know. Political parties, they're all reindeer games to me. That does nothing for us, the land of misfit toys. That's what America is. Essentially, it's the land where people go to get something because they can't have nothing where they're at. And then look what America turned into. Just a corporation that, you know, only people that they get, that the people at the top get to pick and choose. And they're not qualified. They're not qualified. They're not qualified to pick people. That muskrat guy, I can't stand that guy. Please never come to where I live, dude. Please never come here. Please never come here. That dude isn't smart. He knows he's a master manipulator. He knows how to get people to do his bidding. And right now, he's causing a lot of harm. And dude, why do you think so many more people are freaking like vibrationally, frequentially challenged right now? Like more schizophrenia, more, oh my god, I hear voices, all this, because there's so many stupid satellites in the sky that we're antenna, and they're just tuning into all these other different, you know, experiences that other people have, and they can't ever tune it out. I don't like what planet Earth has turned into, and I'm trying to do my part to change it where I'm at, and that's the only thing that I can control. So Mom's gonna get up here in a few minutes. We're gonna get some breakfast. We're gonna start our day and get ready. I'm gonna go out and walk about and see. I'm gonna go seek out those people that are freaking hate today, 'cause they're left out too. I'm going to see if I can do something to make them feel better, so at least they can be like, you know what, that one time I ran into that chick, because that's what every holiday has ever been for me, is going out and then, you know, being blessed. I went to this store yesterday. I won't go back. I went and I got this I went and got a couple of these. I'll just order them on Amazon with the cartridges and stuff. I won't go back to that store. I said, yeah, these are great for travelers. For people that don't got no address. He's like, oh, wow, you give these to people? I said, yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. As a matter of fact, people should really learn how to be more generous because they have so freaking much. They have so much. And then when they get their time off, they're so tired from accumulating all that they have that they don't get off their couch. So they don't even go out and spend what they have. The guy was just baffled. Oh my God. Well, why I went back is he had on where his register is he had a bunch of stickers. I said, I sell stickers, and I had my hoodie on. It's this, you know. I said, it's this. He said, yeah, you gave me one of those before. I said, well, what do I got to do to sell them here? He said, oh, these are storefront. These are stores. These are brands from companies from stores. And I was like, I got a brand. And he just was so willing. He was, and he knows I'm local. Like, you could support people that are trying to help people because I told them what I'm about before. But like attracts like, and that's why they're telling me, because bad press is good press too. So I'm never going to say their name. I just will never give them a dollar, and so they get nothing from me. See, because like attracts like, and they are selfish. They are not generous, and I do not want to deal with freaking selfish people. That's why I don't like going out, because I've been selfish, so I recognize it. I see it because it's in me, and I try every day not to be that. And I don't want to be like that, so I have to do things to make me uncomfortable. So I'm not like that. And I don't like doing the things that I gotta do because I just want to be like them sometimes when the lazy comes in, when the slothful parts of my personality come in, when the parts that yearn to just live in bliss and just block out all the things that cause you discomfort and anything that just disrupts your peace. And that's not what the spiritual experience, the human beings having a spirit, that's not what it's about. It's about, and there's so many people that have kids. I don't have kids, but it seems to me, instead of making your bubble comfortable for that kid, it seems to me parents would want to work harder to making the world a better place. So when the kid has to go out into the world, it's a little easier for them to deal with shit. How come they're not doing that? No, just teach them how to play video games and just ignore anything that causes it. And if anybody's, it's just not. And then so when kids have to go out into the world and then they have to deal with something, or I'm talking kids in like 20s, 30s, 40s, grown-ups too, because, and they go out in the world and they're confronted by something that makes them uncomfortable. Makes them mad because they're not getting their way. They don't know how to deal with it. And then you have all this new culture that just drink, all ages, drink. It's exploded. Drink. And then that makes people freaking light people on fire and stuff because the demons come in and they're on automatic pilot. They're blacked out. Their soul is out. I mean, alcohol, I call it spirits, and oxygen is what animates us. We're animated by the breath that we breathe, and in accordance to the spark, the electricity of our heartbeat. And then when that's impeded by, they replace oxygen in the blood, and they replace that with spirits. The spirits, dude, they have people that are freaking doing negative incantations over barrels of whiskey and all this. Like, they have the intent, like, they want this alcohol, they want it to do terrible things. Because whatever demigods they believe in, it makes, in their minds, they're paying homage to their demigods. And my God is good orderly direction. My God is, help people. That kind of stuff. Not hinder. And their gods are hinder and not help. So I'm going to go see if I can find somebody to give this to. I don't have any cartridges, though, so maybe I should wait. Because it's kind of jerky to give part of it, so, but I didn't. I want to try it out too, make sure it works. Just has a little on and off. And see, it sits on the cartridge. That's what it looks like on the cartridge. It sits on the cartridge, and you just and then make your outdoorsy food. See, because all the people with, I mean, I think I've said all I had to say. You getting up, Mom? I have an Earth Angel, and so because of that, I got to be included on a day that I wouldn't be ordinarily. So I bet we got a box last week, and like every day I open up something, or every couple days I open up something. I got these cool socks. I got all these socks. You got all kinds of. Mom got these Mom got all kinds of good loot. She's got one more package to open too. These, I wish these are freaking cool. They're like, these are for little Mom. They're extra small. This is how tiny Mom. My one thigh could not fit. That's hilarious. But look at, they're like stiff because they're so woolly. They're like rubber pants, but they're wool. And then maybe we'll put these on you later to make y'all cozy dozy, Mom. It's supposed to snow today. They've been spraying for a week. They're trying to make stuff happen, but I guess good orderly direction. You know, I guess nature might be taking its course back from the powers that are trying to make it happen. And it's so funny. Because I was thinking, I just took a shower, and I was thinking, I just saw an article in the paper, or somewhere related around the paper, where they were telling a story of how they make it snow when there's no precipitation in the mountains. And then I'm thinking, I bet it takes water. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, they're hogging all the water. Like they're worried about a drought, you know. It's because they allocate it. There's plenty. They just have to allocate it to the people that they think, the groups that they think is matter, and it's the people that waste all the resources to come to TSV to go wee down a hill. And as you see, the consequences of people playing too much, they're coming out. Like the people stuck in California. There's people stuck like. They're stuck on lifts and stuff because you're playing too much. You people don't help other people enough, and when you play so much, you know there's too many people that are playing. It wears out parts, and then they don't have the people that maintain the parts. They don't even have the people that have the knowledge to maintain the system so much anymore because people are so enthralled with sitting on their couch and playing video games. So it's all well and good. You know, it's great that people live their best lives and get to pretend like, you know, every day things don't need to function, like trash collection and electricity and infrastructure, the sports, all that. People don't think about. They're just in a la because they live in a bubble, and they think that wherever they go there's going to be preservation, and there's a lot of people that have signed up for the human experience that they're going to learn that preservation means that you're going to want to preserve a comfortable life and be grateful for that and offer that to others, because there's so many people that are on the street. It is so cold. I pray every night for those to keep them warm in their hearts, that their hearts don't turn cold and that they don't get dark to want to perpetuate the darkness. To all the lost boys and girls and however age they are out there, hang on, hang in there. You know, every day do something a little bit different than you did yesterday to get you closer tomorrow that's a better version of yesterday. So I know it can be done. I just see how the systems, I don't know why this just started. I woke up, it was extra cold, and the temperature was actually warmer, and that just I was like, Ma, it's like all the spirits are around of all the things that have transitioned that we love. They're coming back to say hey to me, and I'm like, I wish they'd get that I don't like the cold. And if they really cared, they should have it should have been cooler to me while they were alive. And please move on. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, bye. Go. I went yesterday and just got, because I mean I've been in a lot of places where there's so much so just holiday parties and cheer and joy, and that is what I meant. So I got up this morning. I have a playlist of holiday music, and Mom loves holiday music. I gotta play it all year round. She was laying in bed singing along to it, and we're just hanging out. I'm dancing around. I have the Yule log on the Roku, and talking about, how things that got better in life. Because I didn't keep doing the same things that would keep me in today in the ugliness of, like, years past. It was Christmas that started in 1999. That's when I was working at a movie theater in Sacramento, California, in down by the mall, Art and Fair Mall. And that was the year movies like American Beauty came out, because I'd go on my breaks, get a hot dog, and go watch that. American Beauty, Any Given Sunday was a big one. And the place I was living was out in Roseville. And from where I worked to Roseville, it was a 12, 13-mile walk. And it was Christmas, and I got off work at like 8 o'clock or whatever. And my friend Reiko, she worked at the theater too. And I was also friends with her sister Raquel. And because I worked with Raquel at that Rite Aid at Watton Arden in Sacramento. And that's where I met her. And so we were having a safety meeting back to Rock's house. And then I was trying to call for a ride for the place that I was couch surfing at the White House. And they had gone to San Francisco, and they had been drinking all day, and they were in their family bullshit. So they had like one car at the time. They had more than that, but other ones weren't running. And then the little sister wanted to take the car downtown so she could get her man on. And so I was like, okay, I guess here we go. So I proceeded to walk all 12 miles home, because I had a little dog there that was waiting for me. And so I wanted to, and so I didn't get home until like 11:30, 12:30. Like, it was so late. And then I was walking down Arden, or Watt Avenue, which is a pretty significant thoroughfare in Sacramento. And I'm walking past, and all these there are all these trash bins, rubbish bins on the road, and people had all their garbage, and they're all lids up and all this stuff, and I was just thinking about all the family and all the camaraderie and all the stuff that I always imagined what people did. And then I started seeing what really holidays weren't as merry. They just, because people have expectations. So then there's disappointment, and then a lot of times alcohol. And I saw videos this morning when I woke up. A guy felt, emasculated. So, he grabs his chick, he throws her against the wall, takes something. He's like, I'm gonna ruin everything, is what they think. I'm gonna ruin all of. No one's gonna have a good time. He just, and that's what people do when they feel hurt, is they have to hurt other people. And I know full well what that's like. And I try every day to use whatever energy I have in me, that wants to lash out or act out or have behaviors. I really try and use those to go help people instead. I try. So, anyway, how long have I been yammering? You getting hungry, Ma? It's almost 11.
Oh, wow.
You getting hungry? Want some eggs? Want an egg sandwich?
Yeah, an
fried egg sandwich. I'll fry some eggs, and we got those onion buns, and we got pepper. We got all kinds of cheese. So many kinds of cheese. My friend, my Earth Angel, thank you. Fragine sent snacks and stuff like that. So, and then I got some more snacks, a couple more, so then I can just kind of graze. So, and I got chicken. I was like, I'll either make tacos. I can make tacos, or I got stuff to make chicken fingers with, and then we got like 4 or 5 different kinds of dipping sauce. So we'll be jovial. We'll have our own party, you know, and then I imagine what it's like one day. I can keep imagining what it's like to have that occasion for all kinds of people to come. Oh, you know, whenever, you know, I want to have that place in Taos, you know, wherever you don't got no place to go out and hang out with Marge. You know, and then she'll probably put you to work, and then you can't think about how sad you are, and before you know, you feel better, and then you want to help other people feel better. That's what it's like to me. That's what life is about to me. Anyway, that's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Wait, is there anybody there? Hi, NMO. Thank you always for showing your thumbs up and support. Thank you, Rebecca. It's Marge with the E. Otherwise, it's Marge. And I used to work at Chevy's Mexican restaurant. And I'm not a Marg. I'm salty. I get a little salty. I do.